Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. This is going to be a Distillery reading for the month of March 2021. What is going on, collective? How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing well. All right, friends, welcome to the Distillery reading for March. I apologize for this being a little bit late. Your girl had a couple changes occur in her life that really took her attention. Got a new job and everything like that. So my energy was kind of just pouring into that. So this is a little bit late, but what this reading is, for those who are uninitiated, who are unaware, this is going to be a look back on the month of 2021, a distilled message of what were the biggest takeaways in my messages on this channel over the 24 videos that I shot for March 2021 for all signs, okay? So in this top most pile here, these are the cards that appeared most often. We're going to use those as the groundwork to pull some messages through, see what we need to take away from March. We'll clarify with the, I suppose, the second most, or the cards that appeared just a little less often than the ones in the top row. And then the third pile here we're going to use to clarify and get any additional messages that are necessary coming through from Spirit. So sit back, relax, check the description box if you want the timestamp. Also look down there if you want to get a personal reading with me. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I give you a link to my page down there too, okay? So we're going to set these aside, right? Yeah. So we set these aside, or those aside, and there's only 3 that appeared most often in March across all 12 signs, so let's see which order we're going to put those in to begin the reading. Again, these are like we're going to use this as groundwork. We're going to see what some of you might have been dealing with back in March, again, what you need to learn, maybe what you experienced, maybe what's still lingering on your mind, who knows, but let's see which way these are going to go. Yeah, okay, like that. All right, so let's see what we got, guys. Page of Cups, Water Sign Energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, 10 of Cups, and the Strength card. And I pulled these out weeks ago, like, well, maybe about a week and a half ago, so I really don't remember what these cards are from the traditional Rider-Waite deck. Anyway, Page of Cups, Water Sign Energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, 10 of Cups, and the Strength card. Major Arcana for Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo, or you might be a Leo yourself. Take any sign I mention with a grain of salt. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, that's okay too, okay? So Page of Cups, I'm seeing for some of you, this is like a nice little, I don't want to say reunion, but there is an emphasis on ingratiating and welcoming in like family members for some of you, 10 of Cups. So maybe some of you have had a family reunion in March that was significant to you. You may have been with the Page of Cups being there, you might be reuniting with a Pisces person. They might be younger than you. They might be a young person, a child, something like that, because it's a page. But I do get this unifying feeling coming through with the Page of Cups, 10 of Cups, and Strength. This idea of coming together, breaking bread, sharing laughs, being happy. And it might have been where some people may have had to swallow their pride to do that, because it also with the Page of Cups sometimes can come through as an apology card in the tarot. So for some of you, you may have met up with an old friend, an old family member, an old lover, something like that, and there may have been, you know, a bridge built between the two of you with the 10 of Cups there. It could be putting you know, or releasing, I suppose, releasing some type of tension in a family dynamic, 10 of Cups. Again, with an apology, or facing some type of adversarial energy, facing something that was very daunting or stressful, something like that for some of you. If this didn't happen in March, it might still be upcoming for a few of you. But again, this is a distilled message from the things that I was reading for the collective, or all of the signs over in March. So it just, yeah, it feels really positive. I have to say that. In other cases, some of you have met a person and you don't really know how to handle them, or they don't know how to handle you. Yes. I'm really getting, like, again, with this 10 of Cups in the center as like a bridging between two people, or the bridging between two sides of a particular issue, of a particular connection. Okay. And it doesn't matter what the sign of the person, what the people are. Okay. But one side is very ferocious. One side is very bold, or very brazen, possibly boisterous or loud, but just definitely, you know, not to play too much on the word strength there, but they're a very strong character, someone in this dynamic. They're a very strong character, and they might be, you know, dealing with some issues, grappling with something. overcoming something, may have come away from a recent entanglement that was difficult for them to overcome. Again, there's like perseverance on this one side of the issue or one side of the bridge, let's say, right? So somebody here has persevered and they've really gone through the wars, really possibly in some cases suffered something greatly, but again, they persevered, they've overcome it. They are feeling proud of themselves, but also might be licking their wounds. Got to be honest. Some of them might be licking their wounds as much as they know they went through something that was terrible and they feel good about it. They also are really tired, right? And they're really beat up over the situation, possibly physically, mentally, spiritually, all those ways, or just a few of those ways. Okay. On the other side of the bridge, whatever the connecting point is, I don't know what the bridge is. The bridge represented by the Ten of Cups could be a social engagement, could be, again, you're meeting someone through friends, or you're meeting someone at a reunion, you're meeting someone at work. I do feel like a gathering of people. Yeah, it's like, I don't know why I'm seeing like a park or like a festival, something like that. And, you know, the pandemic is, you know, still a thing, but many places you can gather and you can do so with safety precautions. So if you're doing that, make sure you take care of yourselves and others, okay? So this meeting is a very happy occasion, or it's very festive, okay? And again, somebody here, they've been through the wars, they feel possibly very tired or exhausted, but they know they've done good towards themselves. Like this person knows they've triumphed over something personal to them in their business life, in their personal life, in their love life, whatever. And then over here you have someone who's a little optimistic. I wouldn't say like they're super romantic or that they're super suave or anything, but you do have someone who's a little bit like precious, quote unquote, precious. This person over here, I feel they're very they have a certain sense of innocence about them. They could be a young person or a younger person. So this could, again, be a reconciliation or a reunion between family members. This could be a parent who's been away for work or away dealing with personal issues, and now for some reason they're reunited with their own child that they've been estranged from. I'm not really sure. But this person over here, very optimistic, doesn't really see the struggle that this person has gone through. If this is about adults, this person over here doesn't know the struggle because either you two have just met and so you don't know this person that well. But again, for those where this is a reunion feeling, this person over here hasn't really expressed what they've been through. They're keeping, in some cases, a tight lip about it. And so this person over here is just very gung-ho. They're very enthralled and inspired in the moment. They're very happy to see this person, happy to make their acquaintance, happy to get back together with them, see them again, all these types of things. So it's just like there is a potential for the person over here with the strength energy that they're withholding details. And the Page of Cups sort of is kind of naive and not really asking any questions, just kind of living in the moment and enjoying the time that's spent between these two people. Very interesting. So for those where you had a reunion, it feels like it was a good time. It feels like it was an auspicious time. Again, for some of you, this could still be upcoming in later months, but the general takeaway here is that most of this happened back in March. So let's go ahead and expand on this message with the cards that appeared a little less often in the readings that I did for March. Let's get some details here. I think the Ten of Cups, again, is just like a social engagement, a place, a time, an event that you two get to meet. Again, it could be a family reunion or some type of going back to the workplace, something like that. I know a lot of people are headed back to work who have been, you know, out of office or out of the general location for a long time, you know, no longer doing remote work. So yeah, I don't think we need to talk about that. Let's see about the strength. What's going on with the strength energy? Let's clarify the strength. Why is that here in the distilled message for March? Why is the strength card here for the distilled message in March? Six of Pentacles, King of Wands. So King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be a fire sign, but that's, you know, what the King of Wands represents. And the Six of Pentacles alongside it. So yeah, there could have been some debt paid to a King of Wands, or the King of Wands was paying his debt out. And I'm saying he only because there's a king here. This person could be female. I could be talking about all females. Gender doesn't exist in a general reading, very, very, very much so. But I feel as though someone here had to pay their dues, pay their taxes. Tax season in America, I think it's being extended because of the pandemic. But that certainly is upcoming here in April. Traditionally, that's usually when the deadline is. So someone may have had to get their finances in order, get their house in order, get their business in order, and that's stressful, especially, again, considering what 2020 had on the books for most of us. Lots of upheaval in our jobs, lots of upheaval with healthcare, lots of upheaval with your everyday life, yes? So there could have been a need to kind of take care of business and face a certain deadline and pay any type of debt that was owed. And, I'm not a business owner myself per se, but what I recognize from afar is that to own a business in the middle of a pandemic without any type of assurances from either your clients or your customers, you have no assurances in some cases from the government or anybody else. It's just like, hats off to anybody who owns their own business in the middle of what, the last year has been for so many. Okay. If it's not business, if it's not about, paying actual money, it is about time spent and effort spent. And I feel that this person really had to overcome something. May have had people with the Six of Pentacles there, begging for time, begging for money, begging for energy and effort. So this could have been someone who is coming away from settling debt with sort of a very needy relationship in their life, or several people in their life who were very needy, who were dependent on the strength / King of Wands person. Could be that. So I feel someone had to, like I said, overcome, persevere some type of connection or a couple of connections like that. And to do so required possibly a little bit of a fiery attitude, a little bit of a, no nonsense approach with the King of Wands there. So the strength person, whoever's on this side of the reading viewer, they did what they had to do. I'm not gonna say it was a cakewalk. I don't feel that, and these cards are not reflecting that to me. It's not a cakewalk what this person has done, but it is done. They've done it, or they are doing it now. Again, for those where this is still kind of residual energy and it might still be unfolding for you. Others of you, this is come and gone, and you recognize this. And so I think the takeaway is, if you're on this side of the reading viewer, be proud of yourself. Six of Pentacles, King of Wands combination. Be proud of the work you've done. Be proud of the things that how you approach the situation, how you found a resolution to it, because that's the other thing. The Six of Pentacles can be withholding, or it can be overgiving. It all depends. It all has to be properly balanced, yes? So if you found a way to properly balance your energy, your time, your money, your effort, all of those things, congratulations. If you're still giving too much, if you're still taking too much, you should definitely work on finding that balance, okay? Let's see what's going on with the Page of Cups. Give me more information on the Page of Cups for the viewer in the distilled reading for March 2021. Why is the Page of Cups here? More information on the Page of Cups. Show me. Three. Let me see. This one. And that one. All right. Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Very interesting. Now that's an upgraded energy for a page to go to a King of Pentacles. So it could be possibly, if this is a meeting of new people, this is how it strikes me right off the bat. If you've never met this person before, this person is new in your life, and you recently made their acquaintance, new colleague, new dating person that you're interested in dating, something like that, they might show up as a Page of Cups, but they're really possibly for some of you a King of Pentacles, and they have a solid offer for you, okay? For some of you, again, this could be a dating situation, and it could speak to this person having major stability, solid finances or a solid head on their shoulders, very practical, very methodical, somebody who is dependable, even though they might show up kind of fun and fancy free with that Page of Cups energy. Also, King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, could be dealing, don't have to be. So I think first impression of this person might be a little, they're kind of, too immature, or they seem to have their head in the clouds, or they're very optimistic and they're not very realistic. They're not very grounded. In some cases, you might have that impression of them. But behind closed doors, or the more you get to know this person, it is revealed that they have something of substantial value that they, I don't want to say they guard it, but they're very they're very anchored to it, okay? So this could be a person in some of your cases where if you're dating, they might be very romantic on the surface, but they might not be about that action, because King of Pentacles, as much as it's a solid energy, it's a dependable energy, it's not an action-taking energy, or at least not one of quick action, let's say that. So if you're looking to get to know this person and, kind of chug along towards a relationship, or chug along towards something developing fairly quickly, doubtful. This person over here might say those things, speak in romantic ways, or flirt. The Page of Cups can definitely flirt a little bit. I don't know that they would actually follow through. I think that they would kind of drag their heels on that. But there's still kind of a solid offer, because, or someone of substantial importance or significance in your life, or even if it seems flirty, they kind of mean what they say. Like there's it's sort of like moss growing over a rock, right? The soft touch of moss is very nice. It's soft. Oh, it's kind of pleasant in a way to touch it. But underneath the moss is a hard rock that isn't necessarily, appealing in some type of way. Very interesting. Or if it's not one person, this is who is associated with this Page of Cups. So they might have a business. If this was a business relationship, this could be the person who sells you on the idea. We could work together in these types of ways, and here's the vision I have for the future. Here's the vision of what I think we could do with this product. Da 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 da. And in the back of this person, or behind this person, somewhere associated with them, they might have a financier, they might have another business partner, they might have someone who's in control of their money, and they're a little bit more reserved. I wouldn't say they're tight-fisted, because again, the Ace of Pentacles comes with them, so there is this idea or this notion of giving an offer, but it's not going to come overnight. It's not going to come without any type of stipulations or any type of expectations. King of Pentacles, no matter who it is, male or female, earth sign or not, King of Pentacles does not get involved in things frivolously. So you have a meeting of two people, or at least two sides of a situation, where somebody here may have been in financial dire straits, and then there's an offer for new financial opportunities over here that strangely is embodied in sort of like a playful, flirtatious, or kind of just fun and fancy free energy, even though behind it it's a very serious deal. So I don't know, maybe you some of you're doing business with a person who, they might have a lot of money, but maybe they're not smart with their money, or they have a lot of money and they kind of just throw it around. I don't know, something like that. So there is this, between the two energies, excuse me, there is a bit of a discrepancy. I think both sides are not showing their true selves to a certain extent, because again, this person over here on the right side with the Strength and the King of Wands, they're kind of, mum's the word. They're playing quiet. They don't want you or anyone else to know what they've been through recently. They don't want it to be public knowledge, is how this is coming across. They don't want it to be public knowledge that they've been through something that was kind of hard for them to overcome, or it may have drained them financially, or it might still be burdensome to them financially, but they are, or they have persevered, overcome it already, but they still don't want to talk about it. Like, it's a matter of pride, Strength energy, and the King of Wands, a matter of pride to admit, like, oh, I just had a bad investment, or I just spent my money in an ill-advised way and I lost out. You know what I mean? Somebody could have been playing the stock market or anything, or somebody could have finally settled debts, and even though they're debt free, they now don't have much of an income to speak of or much savings to speak of. You know what I mean? So even though this person is moving away from trouble on this side, they're moving away from any type of trouble or burden or setbacks that have impeded them, they still don't want to say, like, they don't want to talk about what they had to do to get out of what they were in. Does that make sense? And then over here, you have someone who doesn't possibly look like they're about much. Page of Cups doesn't look like they have much to offer, but they do. They really do. It could be because pages also, again, speak to children or younger developing energies, naive energies, immature energies. Not saying the person is immature, but immature as in just hasn't experienced as much, perhaps. This could be that someone will eventually develop into the King of Pentacles. And no matter what the partnership is that we're talking about here, viewer, a king and a king is a very good match. A king and a queen is a good match. Queen and queen, you know, those are the masters in my estimation of the court cards. So if you've got two on either side with a bridge in the middle, you have a potential for two well-suited people or energies or sides of an issue, sides of a situation being able to link up, okay? So let's just get 2 or 3 more cards to clarify this entire reading, the entire takeaway for March 2021 for the collective. Let's get some parting words, some parting advice here with this additional tarot deck, and then we're going to wrap this reading up, okay? So what else can we tell the viewers about March 2021? What was the experience there? What's the takeaway there? What are some of the lessons they need to reflect upon coming out of March 2021? Show me, please. Last one, thank you. Oh, terrible. I think we're going to do another one because that wasn't a very good bridge. Let's try that again. Better. There we go. All right, so let's get some takeaways, some further takeaways. What else does the collective need to reflect upon in March 2021 regarding this reading? 8 of Cups, yep. Wow, that like flew. And it fell. It's been forever since something fell to the ground. 1 second. Where is it? Come here. There's like a little partition there in the table. Justice. And let's get one more. What else is the takeaway for March 2021 for the collective? Lessons reflected upon, lessons that they need to learn. And the 4 of Pentacles in a slight side position. Let's see. Okay, thank you. All right, so 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Justice. Major Arcana for Libra could be dealing with, don't have to be. And the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so I feel it's mostly on this person's side, but it can be a little bit on the Page of Cups person's side as well. You know, there is a knowing when knowing when to get out of Dodge. 8 of Cups. Like, again, I feel over here someone may have made a bad investment. It doesn't have to be with money, but for many of you, it was about money. It was about your profession, your job, your career, something like that. And knowing, you know, when the getting's good, when to get out of Dodge. Yes, when you've put in too much work or you've reached a plateau, perhaps. Because, you know, 8 of Cups is, we've found our fulfillment to a certain degree, but now we need more of it. Or we were at some point satisfied, but now satisfied isn't good enough. You know, the feeling of what is and what we are supposed to be content with, we're no longer content with, okay? So for some of you, it was you were overgiving to a situation, or you were overspending in a situation, or things were stable, but you weren't, in terms of your career, you weren't really given much room to grow. There weren't opportunities for you to grow, so now you go and you seek them. 8 of Cups is seeking more fulfillment, seeking more stability, seeking more enlightenment, seeking more of something. Because Again, what was satisfactory for a while is no longer satisfactory. That's the end of it, yes? Justice and the Four of Pentacles. Again, it could be for both sides, but I feel it's mostly coming here with the Strength and the King of Wands person. Justice and the Four of Pentacles. For some, it did revolve around a legal situation, possibly a legal battle. Again, the imagery with the Six of Pentacles, kicking the cards around like that. With the Six of Pentacles, you can see in the guy with the red cape, he has a scale in his hand, yes? You know, this camera, I swear to God. There you go. He's got a scale in his hand, right? So that motif, that symbolism is repeated here with the Justice card. So for some, it did involve going to court. It did involve some type of legal documentation or settlements and things like that. And again, paying debts. Maybe some of you were sued. Maybe some of you were found liable for something and you had to pay out. Maybe for some of you, going way, way back to the Ten of Pentacles, or excuse me, the Ten of Cups being here, Ten of Cups can talk about a family situation or a happy family. For some of you, this could be finally rectifying or finding a solution to, I don't see much ending, but it's here a little bit for like one or two of you that this could have been finally, you know, settling on alimony, settling on child support, something like that. Getting all those P's and Q's or getting all that stuff settled and balanced so that you, your husband, your wife, ex-husband, ex-wife, your kids, whoever, everybody involved can kind of, you know, walk away from this or breathe is what this feels like, breathing again. Yes. But that's only for one or two of you, or maybe there's more of you. I don't know. And then also justice coming through. It has a tinge, it has like a sprinkling for some of you of karma. You know, this is karmic debt that someone has paid you or someone else that needed to be rectified, again, to be put in balance. And so that might not have been so pretty in some of your cases with the Four of Pentacles in reverse over here, because that may have involved a certain loss, okay? Yeah, now that's coming through. So I mentioned it just a moment ago and I wasn't really feeling it, but now it's like, I wish you could feel it. It's like snaking through these cards. So for some of you, this is about alimony or child support or custody. And it could be that someone here is trying on this side, the Strength and the King of Wands, trying to put the pieces together for themselves while their ex-spouse, King of Pentacles, is given custody of the children, Page of Cups, because again, King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, that's solid material resources, yes? That's solid income, that's stability, that's a house, that's a job, that's being able to put food on the table, right? So there may have been a discrepancy in what was once a happy home that saw a split in the family, because also justice falls right beneath the Ten of Pentacles, right? So right down the middle, we have the kid or the children, however many there are, going with the more stable adult in the situation. Doesn't have to be the parents either, right? This could be the grandparents or foster parents or whoever. There's someone more stable than someone over here who has lots of cleanup duty over here, has a lot of imbalance in their life, Six of Pentacles, needing to find that balance, but they've lost something of value with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So maybe, unfortunately, not saying this is good, but possibly someone may have lost their job, lost their home. That was happening so much over the last year, right? Over the last several months, possibly for some of you. And, you know, without those things in play, a job, a place to live, you know, the powers that be, Justice card again, judges, lawyers, child protective services, whoever, they may have stepped in and said, listen, your children or this child needs to be in care with the state or whomever. You see what I mean? So there could have been a quote unquote reassignment of a child in the situation for maybe one or two of you. I don't know. Or a friend of yours. You know, this doesn't have to be your life. This could be a friend. This could be a relative of yours that this has happened to, okay? But this Four of Pentacles in reverse, I definitely feel, because Four of Pentacles when it's in the upright is about holding on and restriction and making sure we don't take risks and making sure that we don't lose any more than we have, because what we have is what we value. If I've got $5 in the bank, I want to hold on to that $5. If I got $5 million in the bank, I want to hold on to every single one of those dollars. It's all relative. But with the Four of Pentacles being in reverse, someone loses what they were trying to hold on to, which could have been a job, could have been a home, could have been a family, could have been all of the above, and so much more. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there. That is the distilled reading for March. If you resonate with this reading, leave a comment, leave a like. I would greatly appreciate that. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you can see when I upload to and put new videos up. For this particular reading, I'll put this up again for a distilled message at the end of April if you're interested in seeing what's going to come out of April or what we need to reflect back on in April. And very soon I'm going to be putting up the April readings again. I apologize for it all being so late. Viewers, I thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much. Take care.